welcome to the next video. So in this video I'm going to talk about what were my first impressions after year one living in China. Now the reason why I say year one is during my first stint in China I was there 5 years. So from September 4th of 2011 to September 8th of 2016. So I think it's important to talk about what was that first year for me like. Well, it's always, you always look at it with rose-colored lenses. The first year in any new country is generally going to be exciting and interesting, and challenges are going to be kind of adventures, like how do I tell this taxi driver I want to go here? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Or I want to buy this product, but I'm not sure how to ask some important questions. Let's see, I'll figure it out. You're very positive about it. Hey, I'm going to visit this temple that I've never been to. Wow, it's so cool. I finally get to see this thing that I've been seeing in movies and TV or read about. And so certainly that first year, that's exactly how it's going to be every time. In every place you go to, it'll be fun and interesting and exciting. Food was amazing for the most part, except for organs. Not a big fan of that. But every time I'll go to a restaurant, it was always exciting to see. Okay, let me try this new dish or this food from this particular province in China that I've never had before. Wow, that's really good. Oh, look at these. Look at the smells and the colors and the texture and just the amount of the food, and wow, things are really happening in the city. It's really loud. There's cars are honking, and there's it's lit up at night, and there's so many people out on the road, and people shopping, and wow, look at this bar. It's it's filled with foreigners and expats, and everyone's loud and drinking and having a good time. That's pretty much how it was. Or my first Spring Festival, which for those who don't know, it's like Chinese New Year, but it follows the lunar calendar. Hearing fireworks for days on end from about 6 in the morning, sometimes until 2 a.m. the next day, for months on end. That's how it was the first year. First year, 2 years for me there. It's like, man, they love celebrating, this holiday. Or walking down the street and finding new restaurants and new shops, and everything was awesome. Like the Lego song says. Being surprised that there's a lot of pollution in the air, and skies are kind of gray. It's not as blue as back home generally. So even the stuff that's not good for you, it seems unique and interesting. So, and certainly after that first year, I realized I liked teaching. It's something I really loved and enjoyed. In a prior video, I talked about how I felt unfulfilled in my job back in the US, and after that first year, I knew this is something I want to do it for a little longer. I don't want to go back, at least not yet. I got the swing of the job and the tempo of life, or I guess the pace of life. Going to work at a certain time, doing, preparing lessons a certain way, and it got easier and easier, and seeing the same faces of students and seeing them go from, barely able to formulate language, speak English and formulate sentences, and to being pretty fluent and carrying a decent conversation. Knowing how to get around the city using the subway and the taxis, and ordering food, and being confident enough to travel by myself to, in other places in China. So it was a good time that first year. Challenging, yes, but good. Anyway, see you in the next video.